Hello everyone, I am Bets Golden. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I want to talk to you about this awesome new petal paper that's out by American Crafts, and I'm going to show you how you can use this to create those big, huge flowers that you see in home decor items. I've even seen them on Etsy for anywhere between $40 and $60. The best part is I'm going to show you how to do this without any kind of special die cutting machines. You can hand cut this and it is going to be gorgeous. This paper is super unique. When I first saw it, I thought it was just crepe paper when I saw it in the package. It's not. There is a little bit of a stretch to it. It's kind of reminds me of those stretch pants that we wear that were really kind of in style back in the 80s and 90s maybe, where there was like, they look like jeans, but they were jeggings or whatever. So anyway, that's what this is. That was more 2000. But anyway, I digress. It comes with 3 colors in a pack of 30, and you can find these at all of your big box shops. Joanne's, Michael's, I think, carries this, and then I'll also have it listed down below where you can find it online. So to create this flower, what you're going to do is you're going to take the darker color and we're going to create the center first. And we're basically going to fold it over into fourths. And then once you fold it over into fourths, like so, you're going to fold it one more time in the center. And we're going to cut out 4 hearts. So you're just going to take it and you're just going to cut out 4 hearts like so. All right, easy enough, right? So now you have 4 hearts. So from here, we're going to go on to our medium tone, which is the medium yellow. And you don't have to do it this way. You can do, if you want to do it all one color, you can do it all one color. So for this, we actually are going to need 5 sheets. That's 3, 4, and 5. We're going to fold this one in half. And then we're going to cut these hearts out again, but we're going, instead of going up halfway, we're going to go up to about the 2/3 mark on this. And there are some nice little lines here. You can hardly see them, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to go start it at about that 4th line that's running this way. I don't know if the camera can pick it up or not. And I'm just going to cut out more hearts. Like so. All right, so we have 5 of those. So we have 4, 5, and now we want to do 6 hearts with the lighter color. And the lighter color is going to be the biggest portion of our hearts. And depending on how big you cut your hearts will depend on how big this flower is. So these are each 12 inches, and you can actually get this to be close to 2 feet. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 hearts. So this is going to be our biggest heart that we're going to do. So I'm going to fold it over like so. And then we're just going to start at the top, actually, and just really make huge hearts. And it's not folded perfect, but that is okay. Now we have these huge hearts. So we have a total of 15, I believe, is what we have. So we have 6 hearts here, 5 here, that's 11, 4 here, that's 15. Now we're going to start to layer our hearts and glue the center pieces together. If you're making this on a smaller scale, you could use a brad, but since we're making this on a larger scale, I just want to use some glue, and then I'm going to let it set up. The best glue that I found to use so far with this is just your straight up art glitter glue that you have in your crafting room for your paper crafts. So you're going to start with the largest heart, and you're just going to put enough glue on the bottom like so, and then we're just going to start to layer it around to create a base. And we're going to do this all the way around, and then we will also layer up the middle heart and then that smaller heart. And the more we come into the center, the less hearts there will be. I've layered out the first layer, the largest layer of hearts, and I just made sure to overlap slightly. I can't even fit the whole thing on the screen because it's so big. It is at least 18 inches. So from here, I want to start to layer on the mid pieces, and I'm going to go ahead and just do that the same way that I did those large hearts, starting at the center and then just making sure that I layer over slightly as I go along. Our middle layer is done, and this was 5, and so now we're going to go ahead and just layer on these small petals. Something that I want you to keep in mind is this does not have to be perfect. I don't want you to do perfect placement on it. The most important thing is that all of the centers come together for this. You don't want them to be absolutely perfect, because if they're perfect, nothing in nature is perfect, and it can actually look a little bit too, I don't know, it's boring. If ever you create something and you're recreating something in nature and everything is to the right scale and all the pieces you're using are the same, it can look a little bit boring. And the beauty comes in the flaws and in the imperfections. If I wanted to take this a step further, I actually would have gone ahead and hand cut out each of these hearts individually. But for the sake of time, I decided to cut them out all at one time, and that gave me roughly the same size. But if you want even more variety in your flower, go ahead and hand cut those hand pieces out, those hearts out individually. We need to let this set up until it's dry. I'm in a dry area, so for me, this is only going to take about an hour to set up. For you, you might want to leave it overnight, and then we'll come back and I'll show you how to finish this off and really bring it to life. This has had some time to dry, so it is perfectly ready to be transformed into a beautiful 3D flower. I took a measurement, and at this measurement, it is 20 inches. So now don't freak out. This is where we have to literally make it look like trash. You may have seen me do this before on some other videos using Renia foil paper or basic cardstock. This is the same technique, only it's on a grander scale with this paper to create decor pieces for your home. And this is just, you know, a really great way to use up this paper. And by crumpling it up, you can see just how awesome this paper is. It doesn't tear real easily, nothing like that. So you want to just start to smoosh it down the center, like so. And we're just going to literally get it put into a big ball of trash, is what it's going to look like when it's all said and done. So I really want to get that nice and wrinkled up in there. Just continue to work it around. It's better if you worked it in layers in which you laid it down. And as you can tell, those hearts are going to serve as the petals. And then I'm gonna even just go so far as to really get some arm work in there. All right, now we're going to make it bloom. So you're going to want to carefully pull back your petals. And that paper just really, this paper, I mean, you can stretch it out. So just start to really pull it apart and bring it to life. You can crinkle it in some areas. Now, if you decide to use a fastener on this, like a brad, you will have the opportunity as well to maneuver these petals around. So in case you were like, I kind of want that to be more over that way, or you can move them around to get the perfect placement. But I used adhesive, so where they are is where they are. So that's why I am real happy with what I did do on it. We're almost to our center of this decorative flower. And then from here, you're just gonna go ahead and kind of pull it out and straighten out in areas that you want it to be more straightened. You can pull it, stretch it out. That's what's beautiful about this paper. I just really love how you can really maneuver it around and you're left with a very cool 3D decor piece that you made by hand. Now for the center, there's a couple things you can do. I created a couple centers. This is one center that I did, so that can be popped down right there. Or you can take a piece of paper and just cut it in a strip and then cut in these little slits, roll it around a pencil and then roll it up. That could go in the middle. Or you can make a smaller flower on a smaller scale and pop that in the middle. I think that's actually what I'm going to do on this particular flower, is just go ahead and pop that in the middle, and that'll be my center. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video and you learned how to make some decor pieces for your home without having to break the bank. Because isn't that awesome to do when you don't have to go and break the bank and create amazing decor pieces with your paper crafting, right? All right, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I certainly hope that you consider doing so. Please give this video a thumbs up and share it. Share it with anyone you think would enjoy it. Also, if you have any questions or comments, don't hesitate to ask down below. And I do have a list of affiliated links provided for your convenience in the description box underneath this video. Until next time, I'm Beth Golden. Happy crafting.